Go ahead.
Well, good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Chris Cook.
I'm Dustin Staples. It's Saturday. We've had a rotating door of people here for the last couple of days doing this.
Yeah, but it's not just Saturday, right?
It is not just Saturday. It's Valentine's Day.
It is. Yes, it certainly is.
And we got a lot going on. I know you mentioned to me this morning you've got some plans later on this afternoon.
Yes, I tried getting a table. I'm one of the boyfriends that waited a little too late. Tried getting a table here in Greenville a little bit too late, and it's all taken. And then most of the spots in Raleigh were also taken. But me and my girlfriend finally found a place at 9:30 tonight. So I got to go all the way to Raleigh.
Okay.
I wanted to stay here locally.
Sure.
But you know what? Congratulations to all the dining options around here. Sounds like you got some customers tonight. So congratulations to them. Glad to hear that. I just wish I was one of the patrons.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you're not the only one out there. I'm sure there's some guy waking up this morning. He's like, crap, what was I supposed to do today? Or girl or whatever it is. But no, I mean, it's going to be good weather locally today. We got the baseball game, home opener, doubleheader today. So a lot of exciting stuff. And then soon after, we're going to be getting warm, and then nice cooler weather's going to return. Not anytime soon, though, but minus this morning, though, I think we're kind of salvaging everything and stuff like that. But, yeah, so you fared weather the morning show. You have the first time you've anchored the morning, but you've anchored prior.
I've anchored prior, but, yeah, and, it's a different experience from when you anchor the weekend evening. It's a 30-minute show, and you're on so late, and you're but you know what? One thing is the same, and that's the coffee.
Okay.
Because, with the evening shows, I need the coffee for 11 o'clock because I'm an early to bed type of person.
I got you.
But then for this show, it's also the same because you need the coffee. I mean, you know better than anybody.
Yes.
You need the coffee to wake up. So I would say it's very different. I loved working with you today on that, by the way.
Same.
But the one commonality I would say is you need coffee for both of those shifts.
Yeah. Regardless if you're a night out, early morning. I mean, I've been doing this here for going on 3 years now, and it's like you get used to it after a while. Then your brain's like, what time of day is it when you fill in for other shows throughout the week? But good stuff with you. Good to have you with us this morning. But we got a story. Speaking of Valentine's, and obviously a lot of people are trying to make some plans to get outside and enjoy things. But tell us what's happening here in Washington.
Well, yeah, in Washington, officers are sharing the love with senior residents ahead of Valentine's Day. Our reporter Lucy Ritchie has the details.
It wasn't warnings being handed out, it was flowers.
I love the roses, I love the blankets, I just love everything.
Washington officers brought roses, conversation, and comfort to the older residents of the community, all for one reason.
It lets them know that they're cared about, and I mean, they make you feel loved too, when you give them their roses.
And although Valentine's Day is Saturday, the community care from Washington officers happens all year long. As a part of their senior wellness program, Washington officers have made it a priority to do wellness checks on older residents.
And throughout the year, we're providing contact at Christmas. We have luncheons for them throughout the year, and then obviously today with Valentine's Day.
And with some residents planning to spend Valentine's Day alone.
But they do. They love it because some of them may not receive any gifts for Valentine's or, have anybody stop by and see them. So
the love was felt after just a few knocks on the door.
I start smiling. I'm excited because I'm not afraid that they're coming to lock me up. I know that they're here to check and to make sure that I'm all right.
Dustin, that's very sweet because you tend not to think about, the elderly folks who maybe don't have the means to do what we were just talking about, like go to restaurants or, plan a huge Valentine's Day.
Right.
But, it's still important for them to get the love too. And I'm glad that someone is taking the initiative of making sure they don't feel left out.
Yeah, I mean, especially now, it's a lot of people, especially that age group, it's hard to get out. Like you said, they can't get out like they used to. And even better yet, just someone, bringing flowers or a card even. Or I know a lot of times growing up in my community back home, a lot of the nursing homes, a lot of students would go on their Saturday or whatever it was prior to go and distribute flowers and cards and boxes of candy, stuff like that. So good stuff with that.
That's very sweet because, when you're expecting nothing and you get something, no matter what it is, you're going to be happy with that.
Absolutely.
So how are we looking for the folks that are going out tonight?
Nice weather out there. A little chilly out there this morning and same this afternoon too, but most of us again are not looking too bad. Of course, we got the baseball game happening later on today there at ECU. It's a doubleheader now, so if you check the sports, again, we've had Our sports guy was out there earlier this week. Duke and Lloyd was out there talking about that, so he did put that out earlier on our website. So if you're looking where that is, the first game day is at 12:30. Then again, the second game will be followed by 45 minutes after. So look forward to those. And they didn't win yesterday, but hopefully we can get a win again today. So taking on Xavier right there too. Quiet down towards Morehead City this morning. Not really much happening there. Maybe a good day to go take a boat, a little love boat ride. I've never done anything like that, but I'm sure that might be a good little wrinkle idea. Maybe you can put that for next year. About that. We got temperatures this morning, though, upper 20s and low 30s out there. So a little cold, a little frosty out there. Definitely need that ice scraper again. You step out the door. We haven't really seen much of a temperature change, though, over the last 24 hours. But again, most of us here are quiet. Really not much happening here across the southeast, even the northeast, seeing a little snow flurry up there. But again, most of our rain right there is back out to the west. That's going to bring our rain chances as we go towards tomorrow afternoon. Today, you're good. It's a very slow-moving system, but once it really gets going here for us, it's going to start moving its way pretty quickly here. And of course, because of that, there is some severe weather down towards the southern Gulf states there between Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, dealing with that today. And then tomorrow, that's level 2 risk, level 1 risk moves further south of Florida, Georgia, and outside of Alabama too. So definitely, again, we're nowhere near seeing severe weather, thankfully. Just a lot of rainfall with it too, but plenty of sunshine today. Going out for those few hours, maybe those last-minute Valentine's plans. You have to get things rocking and rolling for you there. Mid-30s, mid-40s, mid-50s out there at South Breeze will make it feel very nice out there. So very comfortable day. Coastal spots, unfortunately, you probably are not going to be hitting 60 degrees just because you have got colder water temperatures there, and you are watching again a breeze. So that's why, unfortunately, not going to be seeing much of a warm-up down towards St. Manio, Hatteras, Beaufort there, Morehead City, Emerald Isle even. If you're doing any ferry ride, just make sure to have a coat on that direction. But the inland locations, again, near 60 for a lot of our areas today, upper 50s towards the Apple and Pamlico Sounds. As you go towards tonight, again, looking good for any evening festivities, whether if you're going to Raleigh or if you're staying here in Greenville, looking pretty good all the way around. Just have that light jacket at hand, and coming back later tonight, whatever that is on your agenda, should be good to go. Clouds increase for us, though. We'll start the day off tomorrow morning a little chilly, overcast out there. You see a few rain showers start to enter the picture as we go towards along I-95 between Kenansville, Goldsboro, Rocky Mount. Could see a few showers, kind of some light mist early morning inland. We'll get a bit of a lull, so I say by 11, 12 o'clock here, we should start to see rain increasing for us, and then start to see that rain moving in later in the afternoon. So definitely a day you want to be weather aware with things going on with that. The winds, though, not a problem today, but later tomorrow afternoon, they are going to start picking up out of that. We'll have a north flow moving on in, so we'll have a bit of a change in our wind direction Monday morning. So it's going to be quite breezy. Once the rain does depart, we could see some wind chills down in those mid-30s briefly on Monday morning, but then staying pretty chilly here as we go towards the afternoon. So unfortunately, not a warm Monday, but a rainy exit will lead to a partly sunny Monday. So you kind of see with that, the Weather Prediction Center does have us on a level 1. A little bit of some ponding of water cannot be ruled out, but most of us, again, are going to stay fairly quiet with that. But a bigger picture, again, showcasing in the rainfall here, all that moving in 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon and staying with us all day tomorrow night. Pockets of some heavy rain cannot be ruled out. Staying that way through if you're doing some late evening travel, late Sunday into Monday morning. Just watch out again for some possible ponding of water. And then most of that rain is out of here as we go towards, say, 7, 8 o'clock. So while you're heading back to work and school Monday, with it being holiday, I think it's a makeup day now for a lot of local schools with the snow we saw last couple of weeks ago. But anyway, rainfall about a ½ inch, give or take 1, 2 inches, can't be ruled out. And your forecast again for the baseball game, 12:30 again. It's the first game today of the second game. Again, that game yesterday got postponed, pushed up rather, today 45 minutes after the second game. So whenever that happens, 4:30, and of course college baseball can go slow, can go long, depends on how quick the game is. And even heading home tonight, it's going to be quite cold. But again, we've got more Olympics here, the Winter Olympics here on NBC, another baseball game happening on Wednesday. They're taking on NIU there at 4 p.m. And then another baseball game on next Saturday. I think they're playing UNC here, and then we got a masquerade ball there. I believe there's the Black History Parade happening in New Bern next Saturday morning. So if you're going to be going down there to that, good weather as of now. should be okay. The last day Olympics wrap up, and we'll be wrapping up basketball and more baseball as the Clark Leclerc Classic kicks in. Rutgers on Friday, Troy there on Saturday, and then I forget the other team that's playing on Sunday. But as of now, we've got some mild weather heading in our forecast. It's going to be much needed rain. We've been needing rain. It's been dry for months on end. Doesn't seem like the drought is ever going to be ending there. But I'd say, Chris, I mean, you know, warm weather. A lot of people are happy about that, I think, instead of talking about a monster snowstorm coming, you know.
Well, you know, I'm personally happy about that, and I'm glad that all of Eastern Carolina can get a warm and sunny Valentine's Day before, you know, the Sunday scaries start to hit tomorrow with some rain.
Yeah.
So that's very fortunate, I think.
And of course, how fitting of it being rainy on Sunday. But Monday, nice though, because people always anticipate, you know, Monday rain, groggy. Gonna be chilly out there, but I think, you know, you can do that, do it manageable there. Low 70s, by the way, midweek should be that as high as you would see in April, not February. So again, it's not out of the question. We normally get 70s here occasionally in February, but that long of a streak right there, that's pretty miraculous.
So it looks like everyone, including my mood, will be boosted midweek as we step outside and kind of feel how it is. And we're like, oh, wow, I feel great today.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
You won't even need a heavy jacket. I mean, maybe a light jacket in the morning. Still upper 40s, low 50s out there. I know y'all are out reporting it late night, and it's going to feel, you know.
Once it's around noon and I'm out getting some video, I can take that jacket off, just wear the shirt and tie, and say, you know what, I'm feeling great today.
That's right. A lot of people are probably out there wearing shorts and T-shirts later on in the week to come, and it's, you know, I'm trying to fathom how we had a snowstorm almost 3 weekends ago. And those snow piles are gone. There's nowhere to be found. I know a lot of the apartment complexes, a lot of the shopping centers, there was like 5-6 foot mounds. There's nothing left, just puddles of water now.
Well, you know what they say about Eastern Carolina, the Classic, saying, you know, I'm from here and I grew up here. They said you can get frostbite on one day and then sunburn the next day, but only here in the eastern part of the state.
That is true. I'm learning that very, very quickly here. But yeah, Bernice is joining us this morning from Duplin County. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well, and all those joining us on Facebook and YouTube and our app. But yeah, I mean, good looking day ahead of us here. Really not much going on. It makes our jobs easy. We come in, give you a happy forecast. And of course, next weekend, of course, you probably saw, like, what is that? Rain again. If that verifies, that would be the 7th weekend of this year. We've had some rain falling. One dry weekend as of last weekend.
But you know what? I'm okay with that because I'll be so happy on Friday with the partly cloudy 72. I think we'll be all right with, you know, some rain on Saturday with such a good Friday evening.
It is, and the way things are going right now, the way that rain looks to be later in the afternoon, so it doesn't look like all day Saturday is going to be a washout. But tomorrow, definitely in the afternoon, is going to be a washout for sure. So again, if you've got plans today, I say wrap them up by 11, 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, early morning. So things are looking good for those any this morning, tomorrow, and then just, you know, stay home, watch the Olympics. And I haven't been keeping up with it. Have you been keeping up with them?
No, I haven't, but I'll tell you what, I'm not working tomorrow, and since it sounds like we're going to be staying in, I think I'll start keeping up with it tomorrow.
A lot of good stuff with that, curling and ice hockey and figure skating. I think one of the main, I can't think of her name, injured herself, tore her ACL or something last week, and she's probably going to be out for the long haul, unfortunately. But yeah, good day to stay inside tomorrow, watch that too, and yeah, so other than that, enjoy your Valentine's Day. We're back at 10 o'clock. We got another little fun story. One of our other reporters went to the Rage Room here. I have not been to that.
I have never been to a single, not even just the one here. I've never been to that at all. And I haven't seen that story yet, so I'm very excited to learn about it at 10 with the rest of you. So
yeah, good stuff.
Very exciting.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, Chris and I will be back with you at 10 o'clock. And until then, enjoy your Valentine's morning.